I am Broken Matt Hardy, and this magnificent video broadcast is dedicated to one of my favorite YouTubers in the multiverse, yes, and that is you, Alyx, yes. Alyx, first and foremost, my friend, I must tell you, your YouTube channel is absolutely wonderful, yes. I have seen it, and your wrestling reviews are some of the greatest in all of space and time, yes. You are making the multiverse proud, Alyx, yes. And to anyone out there that has not had a chance to espy Alyx's YouTube channel, you should right now. His channel name is just Alyx, and he reviews wrestling. Go there, check out his content. You will find it absolutely stupendous. Yes. Keep up the great work, my friend. You are winning in your battles in the Great War. Yeah.
Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host Alyx, just Alyx. This is my AEW Dynamite review. November 8th, 2023. We are 1 week away from Full Gear. Well, 1 week from this Saturday. We'll be having Full Gear next Saturday. The pay-per-view, $50. As of right now, does it feel like $50? Take it or leave it. That's kind of how I feel about AEW right now in general. Take it or leave it. I feel like the overall show, it's in this mode where it's like, let's just get through the year. Let's just get through Full Gear. Let's just see if we can find something to hold us over until Adam Cole gets back, or until something happens to spark more interest back in AEW. Wherever that something is, we'll have to figure it out when it happens. But for me, I thought tonight's show was better than last week's. How about that? I thought it was a far cry. Far cry, much better. Much, much better than last week's. But I still kind of feel like the show was off. I left the show just kind of feeling like, I'm not excited for Full Gear. I'm not excited to see the matches they have planned. I'm just kind of like, well, hopefully the show delivers. I'm pretty sure the wrestling will be great. But in terms of storytelling, I kind of feel like we're all over the place here. The only one that feels strong, congruent, and actually has a purpose and a direction is everything surrounding MJF. MJF being a central focus for the Devil storyline and his 4 masked men. What's going on with the Bullet Club, Samoa Joe, Wardlow. Everything involving MJF is pretty tight. Even MJF and what's going on with him and Roderick Strong, Adam, and the Kingdom. It feels like making him the center focus of the show is actually helping to keep the show a lot more strong in terms of storytelling. The wrestling tonight I thought was really good. I really enjoyed Swerve versus Pentagon Jr. or Penta Cero Miedo. Keith Lee versus Samoa Joe was good. The main event, Mark Briscoe versus Switchblade Jay White, was great. I thought Mark Briscoe went out there and had the match of his life. Jesus Christ, that match was great. Women's match was actually pretty solid. Red Velvet over here is basically coming in and showing these women how to get down inside the ring. Really good in-ring action. Her and Julia did some really good stuff inside the ring. So, wrestling was good. The stuff with MJF was good. But overall, the buzz is just not there with AEW. It's just not there. And I think fans have just kind of accepted the fact that it's not there. And more than likely, and this is how I see it, they're just watching it because it's something that they do. They're watching it out of habit. They're not watching it because there's something that's gripping them. There's something that's grabbing them. I'm just kind of following in that kind of, well, it's something that I do. It's my job to review the show. That's why I'm doing it kind of thing. But yeah, if I'm not really, if I'm not really interested in AEW as much as I used to be, maybe that's something I need to look into. And you know what? I actually questioned myself about that. Like, did CM Punk leaving hurt my enjoyment that much? Because I was thinking, well, Adam Copeland's back. Hopefully Adam Copeland could bring some interest. I mean, I don't know. He kind of is and he kind of isn't. I'm not watching Collision. I'm not watching Rampage. I don't plan on watching either one of them. Especially not this week. Dynamite is the only AEW show I'm watching. And I don't feel bad saying that I don't miss Collision. I don't miss Rampage. I'm just not interested in what they're doing much when it comes to AEW. Not a lot of storylines going on with the women. Even though what they're doing with Mariah May, yes, the debut of Mariah May happened tonight. Her being a super fan of Toni Storm, I'm pretty sure that will lead to something at Full Gear. Toni Storm and Hikaru Shida had a segment. It was a segment. That's about it. Sky Blue came out after the match between Julia and Red Velvet, and that was also a segment. Not much was advanced there. It's just letting people know that, hey, we got storylines. And then one of the most random things happened tonight. The Young Bucks just came out and challenged Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega to a match at Full Gear. And I'm just like, whoa, are we not going to let this build up just a tad bit? Isn't Jericho and Omega still involved with the Don Callis family? I get that things were thrown out of whack because Sammy got hurt. Sammy's injured, so that pretty much put his feud with Chris Jericho on ice until he gets back. Still, the Young Bucks turning heel and then facing Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega came out of left field. Way left field. Another thing that came out of left field. Samoa Joe became the longest reigning television champion in history, Ring of Honor television champion, and then he just vacates the belt. There's a side of me that just wishes, like, if he was going to drop the belt, why not drop it to Keith Lee? Give Keith Lee something. Something. Jesus Christ. You don't book him enough. He's barely on TV. It ain't because he's sick. It ain't because he's not healthy. He looked great tonight. It just seems like Tony doesn't give a damn about Keith Lee, which is frustrating the hell out of me because I'm like, how do you not give a shit about Keith Lee? Look at Keith Lee. That's a main event player. He should be going after the World Championship. He should be going after MJF like the rest of them. But here he is in the mid-cards. Can't even beat Samoa Joe. And then all of a sudden, Joe just says, I don't want to be TV champ no more. Just not a fan of what they're doing with Keith Lee. I'm just not. So, I thought the show, again, like, if you're just watching it because you're an AEW fan and you understand that they're in a cold spot, but you're still going to support them, look, I'm the same way. I'm going to keep watching it. I'm going to keep supporting it, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. My enthusiasm, my fandom for AEW is at an all-time low. It is at an all-time low, and I've said this before. Like, I'm not gonna miss any shows, but if I just decided to stop watching Dynamite for a month and turn it back on, I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be alright. He doesn't seem like he's doing much with the show. It just feels like we're in a let's get through Full Gear, let's get through the year kind of mindset. I will say this, though. I know I've been crapping on Jay White. Rightfully so. I know a lot of people like Jay White. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're wrong for liking Jay White. I think Jay White is a great in-ring performer. I also think he's not bad on the microphone. I just think him and MJF have terrible chemistry. Because I think he's a great worker. I'm loving his matches. I don't even remember one bad match he had. I mean, when he was first introduced in Japan for wrestling, he was boring as watching paint dry, but the guy's got charisma. There's something to like about him. And like I said, his match with Mark Briscoe tonight was great. I just feel like this main event feud with him and MJF is just not it. I don't care. I'm literally just begging them, please, for the love of Christ Almighty, can we please just get to Full Gear? Please, just get to Full Gear for the love of God. Just get to Full Gear. Because I need for them to move on to something else. Because whatever they're doing right now, it's not popping. It's just not. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I don't want people to feel turned off by AEW because I'm turned off by AEW. But you watch me for my reviews. You watch me to hear my thoughts on it. It's just not popping for me. It's just not. Hopefully things will get better after Full Gear. Anyways, let's get to the review. Preliminary stuff, sponsorship, and all that jazz. Shout outs, of course. Let's do the fast version. First time watching me, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, catch all my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Go ahead and join that membership. Click the join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing. Live reaction, hot topic review, whatever video you want me to do, you gotta join the membership. Don't forget to give thanks. Hit the super thanks if you want to donate after the fact. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo, Threads. And give me a follow on TikTok. Why? Because I'm the takest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo. Super Chats are officially on you. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. Get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justAlexAsWell@gmail.com for business inquiries just to say hi. T-shirts. Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Delay X-Men t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx as well t-shirt. But most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My, America. The Remix. T-shirt made by It's Gen Oxy Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. Today's sponsor, SeatGeek. $20 off. SeatGeek tickets. Sponsorship's gonna tell you everything. Let's do that, and then we'll get to some shoutouts. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app.
in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JUSTALYX, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JUSTALYX. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today.
Thank you all so much for joining me. Show some love to the moderators. Ultra Shot 975 Sahara, Alyx, Demon, You Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything, and Big G, Big MGM. Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your love's just hypnotized. Big MGM. Thank you for helping to keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. You guys are awesome. You know what would also be awesome? Everything is awesome. Please like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Man, I can hardly see the LED lights. They're not even on right now. So the plan is to get me a softer desk light for my face, so it doesn't cover the entire freaking room, and it can make these LED lights stand out. So we're gonna definitely work on that. Hopefully by next week we can get that done. Get her done. We're gonna get her done. All right, let's see what friends are here. And yes, I know the audience is smarter than usual. Look, guys, I said this before the stream started. When the show is not kicking and it's not doing all that well and the interest isn't there, it reflects on the reviews. Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews haven't lost any numbers. They're doing just fine. Yeah, they're getting the same amount of numbers as they've always been getting. The AEW ones are fluctuating. There are some weeks it's good, there are some weeks it's bad. But my AEW reviews have never gotten big views anyways. I just kind of accepted the fact that this is a WWE channel, strictly WWE, and because of that, the AEW reviews are probably not going to do as well. If I was to do a separate channel for AEW reviews, they would probably do better, but I'm not going to go through the hassle of creating another channel just for AEW. I'm just gonna talk about it. This is what I will say. It's funny. My shorts, the AEW shorts, do crazy good numbers. I think like MJF's, Tony Storm's, my Britt Baker one, my what was the other AEW story? Well, whatever short it was, they do awesome numbers on shorts. But in terms of like videos and then live streams, WWE just kills it every single time, and that's all right. Sometimes it's just about the audience. I spent my last 13 years building this audience, so what else can you do? What else can I say? All right, guys, let's just get to it. Thank y'all so much for being here. Dulcie Chatham, Christopher Carr, the Cerebral Assassin. From the Danger Zone, Highway Dylan Danger, yeah! Dylan Danger. Joseph Winters. Anthony Beavis White. We also got Wrestle Spider. Spider-Man. Gonna play that game, Spider-Man 2, still waiting on my copy, but don't worry, I am gonna play the game. Thanks, Wrestle Spider. Yeah. I'm just in a singing mood tonight. I don't know why. From Browntown, Mr. Robert Brown, King of Waco Mundo. I also see Shaw Yi Shrael, John Bill II, Alex King. Regulars are showing up, which I appreciate. Kadeem Gomez. Let me see here. Uh-oh. We got a troll? Manny Pokemanny over here is insulting me. Sir, insulting me is not going to get you anywhere. It's actually pretty rude of you to say that. Just because you might not enjoy what I have to say, doesn't mean you get a chance to insult me. McNeil99. Let me see here. Sean Swaby, baby! And the last one's gonna go to Arit, Adam Ritter. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all for making me a part of your day. You guys take it easy, man. I really do appreciate y'all being here. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let's do the review. Someone just said, make sure your podcasts are from the heart. Oh, everything I do is from the heart. How I talk about the shows, how I feel about the overall product. I don't make it up. It's just me being genuine. Just me being genuine. Tonight's crowd. We were in Portland, Oregon. Great crowd, by the way. They were pretty much energetic throughout the entire night. I don't think they were quiet at any point, which is good. They did another opening segment just like last week with MJF talking to Adam Cole via Skype, satellite, whatever the hell. And he basically told him what he told last week. Work with Samoa Joe. You need someone to help keep those belts. It's gotta be with Joe. And MJF is like, I don't want to trust that asshole. And then freaking Daniel Garcia came up, and MJF said, I want to fight you because I want you to be a wrestler. And then MJF then runs into Adam, Roderick Strong, and the Kingdom. It's literally the exact same segment from last week. But this one ended with Roderick Strong going, it's about time people see who the hell I am. And that was about it. And then the show started. Again, everything they're doing with MJF, the Kingdom, Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, the Devil, and the Devil Mask. Loving it. It's good stuff all around. It's just, I wish the rest of the show was at that same level. Daniel Garcia, Mr. Wrestler, taking on Maxwell Jacob Freeman for the AEW World Championship. For a match that was for the championship, I would have expected this to be a lot better than what we got. It was just kind of there. I mean, it is what it is. Quite frankly, I was watching it and I was just like, well, I don't know. It was one of those matches where on paper it should have been like a banger of a match because Daniel Garcia is a really good performer. But him and MJF just didn't click. It was just kind of there. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of there. And MJF just beat him. Just made Daniel Garcia tap out. And I was left going, what did that do for Daniel Garcia? I mean, at the end, he tried to shake MJF's hands, and the Matt Menard, Daddy Magic, and all the other ones basically said, nah, don't do that. So clearly, they're trying to turn Daniel Garcia babyface, which probably needs to happen because he's really cold right now. All right. They show a video package of Mark Briscoe challenging Jay White to a match, which I'm glad they showed because when I saw that Jay Briscoe was taking on, Mark Briscoe, rest in peace. I keep wanting to say Jay, so I'm used to saying Jay. Mark Briscoe took on Jay White. That's why I said Jay Briscoe. Sorry. Wants to take on Jay White. I'm glad I saw it because I didn't see the actual announcement or story happen on Collision. I'm not watching Collision. I'm just not. So I don't know what the hell's going on. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I was like, all right, I guess he's putting his spot at the pay-per-view on the line for some reason. Whatever. A quick squash match. Darby Allin and Sting beat the Outrunners. Then we go backstage. Hikaru Shida and Toni Storm in black and white. Shida asks what the hell happened to her and accuses her of just wanting attention. You just want attention. And Tony Storm said, "This is all your fault. You made this monster when you took the championship and then became the first 3-time women's champ. So now I'm going to take everything you got at Full Gear." And then the Psycho signs the paper, and then that's that. Wish there was more to this than what it was. Not really much else other than what you see on surface. It's just kind of there. I don't know what else to say, y'all. Like, I really do wish there was more effort put into this, but whatever. At least there's something for the women to do, so I should probably just be happy with what I got. Penta Acero Miedo versus Shane Swerve Strickland. Great match, by the way. Really, really good match. I personally felt, for me, that both men went out there, tore it up, and by the end of it, I'm just continuing to be affirmed that Swerve should be a main event player. Because every time he wrestles at a high quality level, and this guy is having some of the best matches, period, for AEW this year. So, when it's all said and done, he needs to be a world champion in 2024. Go ahead and give him the belt in 2024. It's time. It's been time, but more than ever, now it's time. Hangman Page came out afterwards and whipped that ass with a steel chair, and then he put him through a table on the outside. I think it was actually, it was outside or at the end of the stage ramp. He just basically dead-eyed him off the stage through a table. Really cool spot. Hangman wants his head. So their match, I think, is going to be a crazy match at Full Gear. And then this is when we get the video package saying that next week is going to be the Callis family taking on Kenny Omega, Paul Wright, or the Big Show, Chris Jericho, and Kota Ibushi next Wednesday. And right afterwards, we get this promo again with the Young Bucks challenging Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega to a match at Full Gear, and it feels so random and out of nowhere. I'm still just like, wait, didn't they just turn heel? And now we're just throwing them at Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega? Here's my question. What the hell happened to the tag team champions? Big Bill and Ricky Starks, are they still champs? Are they going to be fighting at Full Gear? If they are, against who? FTR again? I don't know. We'll probably figure that one out on Saturday. But right now, I'm just like, why aren't the champs fighting the Young Bucks? And why are the Young Bucks putting their contendership on the line? That's super weird. Super weird. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. It just seems kind of out of left field. But whatever. Limitless Keith Lee versus Samoa Joe, the match I was looking forward to, and it didn't disappoint. It was pretty good. I was kind of worried about Keith Lee coming into it. I'm like, man, I hope Keith Lee is fine, because I've been hearing rumors he ain't feeling well, and my worries were put to rest immediately, because he got in there, did a freaking leapfrog, and then jumped all over the place. Man, let me tell you something. The fact that they're not booking Keith Lee enough is an insult. This promotion, AEW, is failing Keith Lee. They are failing him. This man should be a main event player. This man should be kicking ass. This man should be doing all kinds of great things for them in the main event scene. Now, I don't know what the behind the scenes has been like. Maybe he has been sick. Maybe he hasn't been feeling well. Maybe the weight has been an issue for him and he had to lose it. He has lost a lot of weight, by the way. He looks great. But regardless of how you slice it, Keith Lee should not be kept off of TV. The fact that he's been off TV this long is insulting. And you have 5 hours of television. 5 hours of television! And you can't find nothing for Keith Lee? Keith Lee! Come on now! This ain't some ham and egg. This is literally one of the best big men in wrestling today. Inexcusable. Like, I've been criticizing AEW a lot, but I do like to give them their credit. You're not getting any credit from me with how you're booking Keith Lee. Unacceptable. Disgusting. You deserve all the heat in the world for how you're misusing him. And he is being misused. I'm sorry. They're not using him properly at all. Get it right, man. Come on now. That also should be fixed in 2024. We better start pushing Keith Lee like a main event player. Him and Swerve. And are we ever going to get Swerve versus Keith Lee? What's happening with that? Sometimes I just feel like Tony Khan just gets bored of people. Like, he just forgets about certain talent, and then he just, waits for the contract to expire. I will say this, if Tony Khan doesn't like Keith Lee, he needs to stick up his ass. Someone needs to smack him upside the head, because that is someone that any promotion would love to have as a main event player. Including WWE, who is starving for main event players. Starving! So y'all better do what you need to do to make this work with Keith Lee, because Triple H will pick him up if you let him go. And yes, Keith should feud for a championship. He really should, because he's really good, and he's not getting the love that he deserves right now from AEW. But this match with him and Joe was good. Very good Hoss fight. Meaty man slapping meat. Joe just ended up choking out Keith Lee, though. And then afterwards, in a very weird but probably necessary thing to do, very necessary when I think about it, Joe vacates the Ring of Honor Television Championship. The same championship he just defended and became the longest reigning TV champ, he just vacates it. Like it was option C to cash in for a shot at the AEW World title. Okay. That's less Ring of Honor titles to worry about, which is fine, and that's good that we're just keeping Joe exclusive to AEW. Can we do the same thing for Athena? That would be nice. Give me your thoughts about that. How y'all feel about Samoa Joe vacating the championship? Are you happy that we're not going to be seeing a lot of ROH titles? Because that's the main reason why I'm cool with this, but still. Very weird. Also, why didn't he just drop it to Keith Lee? It's just little things like that where I'm like, y'all don't like Keith Lee. I don't think Tony likes Keith Lee. I'm starting to think he doesn't, if I'm being honest with you. Which is sad, because Keith is one of the best athletes in the world today. Let's see. Orange Cassidy cuts a promo on Jon Moxley. Says, I'm going to whip that ass. Jon Moxley retaliates by saying, I'm going to whip your ass. They get a tag match next week. The Ass Boys. Earth Boys. Defeat the Bollywood Boys. Cool with me. Let's see here. Red Velvet versus Julia Hart. Really good women's match. I feel like Red Velvet gets swept under the rug. People don't really talk about her as much. I think she's always been a great in-ring performer. And it feels like she got better. So this match was actually better than a lot of women's matches we've seen lately. And they both deserve credit. Julia, again, Most Improved Wrestler of the Year award might go to Julia. Because she has made all sorts of improvements. She is a really good performer. Really, really good. Afterwards, we're still doing this storyline where Sky Blue is possessed, cursed. She might side with Julia Hart. She might not. They're kind of having her linger in between, so we'll have to see where that goes. But yeah, like, nothing really advanced here. It's just Sky Blue is still facing off with Julia Hart. Don't know where it's going. We got the appearance of Mariah May, and Mariah May is a looker. She is fine. God damn. And she has a British accent like Toni Storm. I'm like, another Toni Storm? And she thick too? She thick like Toni Storm is. Hell yeah. Give me more of that thickness. Now I'm gonna need Jamie Hayter to bring her thickness ass back too. We ain't gonna see her until next year, but still. Give me more of that thickness. Yeah, clearly she's a super fan of Toni Storm. Let's see where it goes. She'll probably help Toni Storm win the belt at Full Gear, and then they become a duet. A Hollywood duet. We'll have to see. Main event, Switchblade Jay White versus Mark Briscoe. Match was great. Great match. Mark Briscoe is just such a lovable character. And, you know, with his brother passing away, he has that sympathy with the crowd. Fans are always going to love him. That's someone that's just a forever babyface. He's a forever babyface now. You can't ever turn him heel ever again. Sorry. And I love him. I think he's great. And the fact that he's out there kicking ass with Jay White, they had great chemistry inside the ring. I thought the match flowed very well. They were hitting each other hard. Crowd was into everything they did. Mark Briscoe is the shit. You know, I'm loving what they're doing with him. So hopefully things work out for him. He had to lose to Jay White because Jay White is the main event for next week's show. But he did lose in a great match, though. Afterwards, you had MJF run out there to get his belt back. And Jay White ran like a scalded dog. And MJF basically got on the microphone and said, "I'm going to take my belt back, bitch." And that's when the lights go out. And we go backstage to see masked men. Anonymous masked men attacking the Acclaimed. Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, and of course, daddy ass Billy Gunn. Just beating that ass. And then they show the picture of the devil. So that's confirmed to be 5 people. 5. 4 people who are masked, and then the leader, which is the devil. It's also confirmed that the devil is not MJF. And so MJF is just, you know, why does this keep happening to the people I love? So he goes backstage to check on the Acclaimed, and he meets Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is like, my man, I mean, goddamn. How many enemies do you have? You got Bullet Club Gold. You got the Masked Man, the Devil. You got Wardlow. You ain't got no friends, bruh. You need me. You need me. And then Samoa Joe just walks out. He says, "You need me." I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, bro, you're going to need some help. Don't know where this is going, but I am so intrigued. I still think it's Adam Cole. Adam Cole's the guy behind the mask. But whoever is behind this mask, it needs to be a huge reveal. I'm seeing people say it's CM Punk. Look, don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. That would be the craziest reveal, though. If it ends up being CM Punk, man, that would be nuts. I don't think it is, though. I think it's Adam Cole. I think Punk actually will show up in WWE. With the way things are looking, he could be like done with AEW for sure and going to WWE. But we'll have to see. I'm very intrigued with the storyline. We still got 1 week left until Full Gear. I don't think we have a full card yet. We have like what, 5, 6 matches? Maybe we do have a full card. I have to look at it. Well, anyways, regardless of how you feel, I think Full Gear is going to be a good show. Hopefully, there's some storyline implications that follow that. But tonight's episode was whatever. You know, it was better than last week's, but I'm not going to go back and rewatch it. That's for sure. But give me your thoughts. Talk to me. How we feel about the shows. How we feeling about them? We hyped for them. We met about it. I don't think you missed it, but there's a CM Punk and Jack Perry reference at the end. MJF called himself a real world champion, and Bowens got thrown to glass. I think we're kind of reaching with that one, but who knows? Maybe that was something. The cliffhanger at the end of Dynamite was awesome. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. For sure. Mariah May is freaking hot. Man, you ain't lying. Mariah got some features to her. Got some features. People are saying it's Jungle Boy. If Jack Perry is the devil behind them, oh, man. He gonna be the most hated person. The most hated person in wrestling. Meat slaps, man. Big meaty men slapping meat. That's for sure. Let me see here. The reason why Triple H and WWE are beating AEW is because they're not focused on dream matches. They're just having matches to have matches. Like, where did the long-term stories go? Did they go with Triple H? I mean, everything that's long-term is still with MJF, but yeah, the rest of the show is just kind of there, bro. I agree. I thought Jack Perry is forever blackballed. I have no idea. Blackballed. I have no idea what's going on with Jack Perry. I know he's been suspended indefinitely, though. Should be fired, if I'm being honest with you. What if it's Kyle O'Reilly behind one of the masks? Oh, he's definitely... Look, my prediction is it's Adam Cole, The Kingdom, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. So, the Undisputed Kingdom. That's what I think it is. It's the Undisputed Kingdom. You're welcome. I came up with that myself. What do I think about NXT getting a deal with CW over NWA? Well, NWA fucked themselves over with that dumbass Coke spoon segment that basically screwed them over. So now CW's getting NXT, which is hilarious. Yeah, I think it's fine. CW was home to one of WWE's past shows, so I'm not really upset about that move. Alright, let me get out of here. Again, I know tonight's show didn't have a lot of people. It actually got a little bit bigger as time went by. But AEW's cold. And so that's going to reflect on the streams. It's going to reflect on everyone's excitement for it. The matches are still good, but stories are not very hot, and I'm waiting for them to get to a point where things start picking up again. So in the meantime, yeah, we're going to keep reviewing it. I might skip out on Dynamite's review. I can't. No, I can't skip out because that's, I have to also preview, Full Gear, right? Never mind. I'll be previewing Full Gear next week. It's Full Gear's week. And then after Full Gear week, it's Survivor Series week. So we're just finishing things up. And after Survivor Series, that will conclude my, that will conclude live streams for the rest of 2023 until the end of the year awards. And, of course, AEW's big pay-per-view. And then it's off to the Royal Rumble. And we'll keep going from there. So, thank y'all for watching. Do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click the bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. You guys are awesome. Thank you for making me a part of your day. And as always, do know, no matter where you are, whenever you're watching me, you are welcomed right here in Alyx World, the place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you.
When you're